Okay, so you bought this video. Well done. It's a good choice. But do you really think you can play like this, or look as cool as that? Well, you've got 90 minutes to learn.
The football, the greatest toy ever invented, and soccer the greatest game without question. Every boy, every girl would love to be a really good soccer player, to play with balance, with style, with flair, exciting football. Now, Ryan Giggs needs no introduction. He's possibly one of the greatest young players in the world at the present time, and one who can demonstrate these type of skills that we're looking for, probably better than anyone else. We've invited him down here to our school, and we've also invited from around the world many young people who are coming, trying to learn from Ryan Giggs the type of skills that he's really great at. A treat in store for them.
Ryan Giggs has the skill to beat the best, the tricks to fool defenders and thrill crowds everywhere. Great control, great balance, and boy can he finish. Ryan's still perfecting his game, learning new skills.
It's very easy to think, oh, you know, you've done it, Ryan. But, you know, the manager and the coaches keep reminding me that, you know, not that I need reminding anyway, because I still stay back some afternoons or stay back after training and practice. Because, you know, there's a million things that I can learn. You know, my game isn't perfect, it's by far perfect. So, you know, I've got to keep on practicing and getting better and better and better.
Ryan's going to help you become a better footballer. For the kids from Great Britain, the USA, Japan and even Iceland, it's a dream come true. Bobby Charlton's going to help too. He's a bit older than Ryan, but he's still got the magic that made him a great player with United and England. 49 international goals and he can still find the target today. Bobby's your coach.
Got the defenders running back.
This is your chance to learn from Ryan Giggs. His talent has taken him to Old Trafford and Manchester United. We'll take a look at his life off the field, in the driving seat on the ground, and in the cockpit, flying high, co-pilot for the day. We'll go all the way to the US of A and mix with the crowds at the World Cup final. There's also time to work at skills on the beach, even on holiday. At home he's a pretty popular guy, so there's plenty of work after the postman's bin. We'll look at Ryan's life in the public eye. Interviews, cameras, photos and makeup.
Excellent.
It's all part of a superstar's busy schedule.
Kicks to his right. Good ball. Kicks versus Poynton. Right kicks! What a special goal that is!
Well, if you want to be a footballer and win, the first thing that we have to learn to do really is to try and control the ball so that we've got it in front of us and we can see what we want to do. We can see our pals who we wish to pass to or whatever. And there are various ways that you can control the ball. With the sole of your foot, with the top of your foot, with your thigh, with your chest. The quicker we can do it, the more time we've got. Obviously, if you're playing in a match and you take too long taking the ball under control, defenders are going to come in and they're going to whisk it away from you and you've had it. So we have to work really hard on making sure that we control the ball as quickly as we can, get it there in front of us so that we're ready to play.
Well, as Bobby said, there's different ways of trapping the ball and making time for yourself. The first one is, if Bobby lobs it up, is controlling it with your foot, the top of your foot. Second one is the thigh. And so you're always bringing it down and looking to what's around you, and also the chest. And also there's the one along the floor, which you've got to take the sting out. It could come at you fast, it could come at you slow. But you're stepping back and making time for yourself and looking to what's around you.
You'll need plenty of practice if your touch is going to be as good as Ryan's. And there are lots of drills you can do to make yourself a better player.
What I want to try and do is...
Bryn Cooper, who coached Ryan as a boy playing for his district side Salford, will help Bobby and Ryan improve your ball skills.
He's not keeping up. Good, well done everybody, that's great. Keep going, keep going.
That's good. Try and make sure it goes in front of you. So you're just cushioning it and you're stepping into it. That's good, so it's in front of you.
Well done, beautiful.
That's good enough. You're both just standing. Try jumping up in the air and just meeting the ball instead of letting it. Just try jumping a little bit. When we jump up, cushion it, that's it in front of you. That's brilliant.
Okay, good.
I've always loved football, I've always loved playing football. Just, if it's in the park with my mates or if it's, playing at Old Trafford in front of 45,000. It's something that I've wanted to do. It's the only thing that I was really good at. My dad took me and my brother to watch United, I think. They were playing Sunderland. I think Mickey Thomas was playing and I think Brian Robson had just started playing. But it was quite a long time ago. I think I was only about 9 or 10. Well, I didn't start playing until I was 11, competitively. That was for the local Sunday League team, who I played for until I was 15.
First touch is very important because you don't want defenders coming in. If you take too long on the ball, you want to control it as quickly as you can. Your first touch is terribly important.
Basically, you're trying to get it away from the defender and get it from under your feet. Because you don't want it trapping like that and then you're wondering what to do with it.
The defender then gets a chance.
The defender then gets a chance to either nip it off you or tackle you. So what you want to do is get it out of your feet and away from the defender.
McClare, now Webb, now Lee Shaw, real chance, 1-0!
Just do a few more, but Jake, try and look as though you're going to tackle him. Don't worry, I know he's a very expensive player, but try and make the effort to tackle him, right? Right.
So as you can see, just trying to get out of your feet, making time for yourself. Just get it out your feet, look up and pass. Keeping it away from the defender. Can you even put it through his legs, like that?
There you go.
This is Ryan playing for Dean's Youth Club, showing plenty of early promise. The shouting you can hear in the background is Dean's coach, Dennis Schofield, who recognised Ryan's talents right from the start.
He was also a scout for Manchester City at the time, and it wasn't just me, it was about 3 other lads who, you know, he recommended to Manchester City to go down and train with him at the Centre of Excellence.
But Manchester United knew all about Ryan and were keeping an eye on him. City were caught napping and United moved in.
Well, Manchester City were a bit hesitant in signing me. I think they assumed that because I went to the Centre of Excellence and I'd been with him 3 years, that I'd automatically sign for him. But no one had actually come up to me and approached me and asked me to sign. So the manager knew that, Alec Ferguson, and he came up to my house and just knocked on the door and just, you know, asked me if I'd sign for Manchester United.
As a schoolboy, Ryan captained England. At that level, you play for the country you live in. It meant Ryan played for England at Wembley. He also played for England against Wales at Swansea and won 5-1. Here, he sets up young Nick Barmby to score. By the time Ryan was 17, the white of England had been swapped for the red of Wales. He played his first full match against Belgium at Cardiff Arms Park and scored.
My family are still live in Wales, and I'm Welsh through and through, really. Got a bit of stick off it of the England players, Fincy and Pally and all. But there was no way that I could have played for England anyway, because, as I say, I was born in Wales, all my family Welsh. So the only reason I was playing for England schoolboys was because I went to an English school.
Ryan's a hero to thousands of kids all over the world. But even now, he never forgets how important the basics are and how important it is to practice.
Concentrate on your close control and your first time passing and your dribbling. You know, it can make you a better player, hopefully if you become a professional. But, you know, it gives you more time on the ball and it just makes the game that much easier.
Even when he's relaxing, he can't leave the football alone. If your first touch is good, the game's easy.
I think the most important thing to do is just keep it close to your body, because that makes the defender think whether to come in and tackle you or whether to stand off you. So keeping it close and also looking up and, you know, trying to look up to see what's around you. And if there's a space, just to attack it.
They don't like it, do they, when you run at them, defenders, because they're on the heels, and anybody that's fast and sharp and has got this little body swerve, I mean, it's a nightmare for them. They don't like it. And one of the most exciting things about going to a football match is to see somebody do this really well. You know, you get on the edge of your seat and you say, wow, look at that, isn't that fantastic? And it's Ryan Giggs or Andrei Kanchelskis or a Maradona going like grease lighting through a defence. It's wonderful. It's one of the great skills in the game. And we're going to try to teach you now how to improve yours.
I'm going to give you a little demonstration here of you know, body swerves and ducking and diving to keep you out of the tackles and taking on defenders. I don't purposely go out in a game and say I'm going to do this particular skill. You know, if you're in a situation where you can use it, then maybe you should do it. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, then, you know, it doesn't. Just try again.
Old Trafford, where Ryan first wore the red of Manchester United against Everton.
Yeah, I made my debut as a substitute. I come on halfway through the game, and when I was warming up and I seen that Dennis Irwin was injured, I was getting quite nervous then. And when the manager told me that was going on, I got really nervous.
Number 14 is 17-year-old Ryan Giggs. He has been compared to the young George Best, as much in build, I think, as much as anything. But it was Nobby Stiles and Brian Kidd on the coaching staff here who made the comparison. Although Manchester United have rather tried to play it down since, Alex Ferguson has said that he's the most outstanding talent he's ever worked with of his age.
Later that season against Manchester City, Ryan made his first league start. It was extra special as he got on the score sheet against the club who failed to sign him as an apprentice.
When I first got into the team, I was playing with most of my heroes, so you know, it was quite strange. But you just don't let it go overawe you, really. You just try and, you know, just block it out of your mind. Really, it was just, I just had it in my head that, you know, they had a few injuries and I was just, you know, getting a taste of first-team football, really. But I didn't really think that I'd be playing the next season.
This is a practice or a drill which encourages you to try and create that pretense or feint to get past the defender.
And what I've done there is try to get as low as you can so you've got more balance. So you're down on that right foot and then you push away with that right foot. So you go like that. So you get a lot more power and it's quicker. So put that foot down and then like that. So it's just a body swerve. That's
Well
it.
done. 2 press-ups, Lance. You went the wrong way. 2 press-ups, John. You've gone the wrong way. I said we'd have a laugh on this one. That's better. That's good. Now then, John, think. Go to the right. Take it away with your left. That's
it.
Good. OK. OK, Ryan, can you show us the foot over the ball feint that you did before?
Right, now basically we just talked about the step over where you go off with your right foot onto your left foot. Now you can do that, but you can do it as a dummy also, where you go up, across, and then feint again. So you go in, over the ball, and then push it off with your right foot onto your left foot.
Just try the first one. Just try the first one. Take it up.
You go over with your right foot.
That's it. And take it left.
That's it.
Good. Well done, Jonathan. Good lad.
That's it.
Good. Brilliant.
Well
Well done. Terrific.
From the word go, Ryan's been getting on the score sheet. In only 4 years in the first team, he's already won a clean sweep of domestic medals. His pass to Brian McClare produced the goal that won United the Rumbelows Cup. And he scored some memorable goals himself too. They helped United win back-to-back premierships. Despite all the goals, Ryan's still hungry for success, domestically and in Europe.
You know, if you get a taste of success, you know, you want more and more. Especially after 3 years ago when, you know, we missed out on the league and Leeds won it. You know, that just made us a lot better, I think, the following season. And then even then, I think, you know, some people thought, was it a fluke, and they do it again? And I think we went on to prove that we can do it again. And also winning the FA Cup, you know, we just proved that we weren't a fluke.
Abdullah, If you will feed the ball in to Ryan, he's going to show you how to spin and to turn. John, you're the defender. Don't injure him, he's a very expensive player. But just act as a normal defender and he's going to show you the various ways of actually spinning and turning away from him.
And basically, forwards are always facing the opposite way to the goal, which way they're shooting. So what you've got to try and do is try and face the way that you're shooting to either set you up for a shot or put your teammate through or pass to your teammate. So by dragging it across your body there, it gets you that yard. Also, another one is dipping the shoulder, sending the defender one way and you go in the other. So you dip your shoulder and go that way. And you can also do the other side as well. That way. So that gets you that extra yard that you need.
Old Trafford, Ryan's favourite ground.
Well, it's the best stadium in Britain. I mean, it's an all-seater now. And, you know, when it's 4 on a Saturday and the team are playing well, you know, you're playing well and you just scored a goal and there's no better feeling. I mean, you know, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, the crowd are roaring. You know, you're playing Manchester City or you're playing Liverpool, you're playing Leeds. You know it's going to be a really good game, so, you know, I wouldn't change it for anything. I just love the excitement and the buzz of the place. Also, as well as turns, you can also gain a yard or get away from a defender just by using a spin, a simple spin. So if I'm coming up to him at speed, so there, dying to kick me. So if I come up to you, that gets you away from the defender. So that's a spin that you can also use, which gets you away from the defender. If you don't do it properly, you're going to end up in hospital, so...
That's good. Well done,
That's good.
you two. That
Well
looks
done.
good. That looks good. On with the left foot. That's good. No, you're going the wrong way, I think, Adele, aren't you? This lad's got a bag full of tricks he can show you. Much better than I can. OK, right, another one. Anyone?
This is the easiest one, OK? Now do it in slow. So, OK? So you're touching it actually twice. So you go like that, and then like that.
So it's with the heel
So
and...
if you go,
So it's a heel and toe job, isn't it?
it's a heel and toe. So just do
Okay.
it slowly at first, and as you get better, just do it quicker.
Heel and toe. Heel and toe. Got it? Slowly, slowly. Good. That's good. Heel and toe. Heel and
Good.
toe.
How do they do that?
Well, here it is, the pitch. First time I played here was when I was about 15, from my district side in the English schoolboys final, and we lost 2-0. Theatre of dreams. You know, before I was even born, there's some good nights here. I had so many great teams here at United. You know, hopefully we can be just as great with the team that's playing at the moment. The way that we play is entertaining no matter, you know, who we're playing, so hopefully I like to think that the crowd are always entertained by, you know, different players. Myself, Eric, Mark Hughes, Andre, Sharper, Incy, you know, so hopefully they are entertained. And it's the way the team play and the way they score goals, you know, it's entertaining stuff, so I hope they enjoy it.
Hughes. Paul Parker. Chipped in looking for Cantona. Yes! 2-1 United lead!
First one to score, Bryn will give you £10.
Oh, £10 in weight. I'll do 10 press-ups if anybody scores. I'll do 10 press-ups if anybody scores, apart from Adele.
Well done, Adele. Good shot.
Okay. Here you go. Go on. Oh,
Well
nicely,
done.
nicely. Good.
Good. That's it. See how she wasn't stiff with the upper body? She was always moving and always getting a good push off and good balance.
Go on. That's it. Go on. Good girl.
That's
Well
good.
done. Nice.
Well done. Good. Well done. Remember not to be stiff with the upper body, so you're always getting down low. Use the dummies that we showed.
Oh. That's hey, no, hey, fair dues. All right, go. I'll do my 10 press-ups then. I need the exercise. Ooh.
1, 2. Round of applause.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Oh. Watch this one now. Look at that.
That's brilliant.
Great. Oh, lovely. Nice shuffle.
See how she's always low down?
I think that was the
Good
alley
shot.
shuffle. Oh, my
That's
goodness.
the best one yet.
Hey.
Brilliant.
Come on. Another 10.
United train at the Cliff, not far from Old Trafford. It's where the team puts in all the hard work preparing for around 60 matches a season. No one misses any of the training, unless they're injured. Not even the fans. It's vital to make sure performances are up to the usual high standards expected of the champions. Ryan doesn't mind the training, although he sometimes cuts it a bit fine. It's all part of being a professional footballer. You've got to be fit.
I mean, I look forward to training every day, and it's a good laugh, you know, whether it's shooting or whether it's just messing around in a game.
Alex Ferguson's assistant, Brian Kidd, keeps the training varied.
Yeah, he's gone to a few of the continental clubs just to see how the other clubs train and see different methods. So, yeah, he does keep it quite interesting. He comes out with new ideas every week. The team spirit at Man United is very, very good. I mean, we've all been playing together now for about 3 or 4 years, the same squad, except for 1 or 2 players. So we're all really good friends off the field as well.
We're going to concentrate on the various ways, and Ryan will show you the various ways that you can kick the ball correctly. There's certain functions that you have to do to make sure that you kick the ball correctly.
Well, first of all, I'm going to demonstrate the straight ball along the floor, which you use the inside of your foot, or you can use the instep. So using the inside of the foot, just go like that. And it goes straight to Bobby. If I do that again, just watch where my other leg's positioned. Right up the side of the ball. And also, if you want a bit more power, you can use the laces or the instep. Which is sometimes not as accurate, but you get a lot more power. There's also bending. So say I was going to take a free kick or a corner, and I want to bend it. So I'd bend my run, and I'm bending it to the right. So I'm going to hit the left-hand side of the ball. So,
Perfect.
like that. And if you want to bend it the other way, then you would use the outside of your foot, which is sometimes quite hard. Also, another thing is the follow-through. You know, sometimes players just go like that, and they don't get as much power. Whereas, if you follow through properly, like that, then you get a lot more power. And nearly break Bobby's foot.
Didn't do it.
Another skillful trick is chipping the ball. So, just watch how I chip the ball. If you watch carefully, my foot isn't right over the ball because I can't lean back. So my foot's got to be away from the ball. And just a little chip. Always looking at the ball, remember. And when you do chips, you've got to get underneath the ball. Like that.
Ryan goes everywhere to play football. Manchester United have got the biggest following in the world. But the reception the team got in South Africa when they went there for the pre-season tournament in 1993 took everyone by surprise. It was overwhelming.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable, trip to South Africa. It was a pre-season tour last year, and we played 3 games. But it was really interesting because Manchester United hadn't been there before, and I don't think anyone realised how popular we were over there when we had thousands of fans over there.
Have you seen Giggsy do the skills? Yes. Have you seen him with the ball? No, I have. Yeah.
No, he's
1991.
Oh, he's the best.
He's the best. Okay. I think you were my friend.
Also, the teams that we play, one of the main supporters was Nelson Mandela, so all the players got to meet him. So that was really good as well.
Now, we've done already the straightforward passing from one person to another. But if you are on the receiving end and you want a pass from your pals, how do you get the ball? That's what we're going to do now. How are we going to find that little bit of space and that little bit of time so that our pals can find us with good passes? I'm the defender, you see, but I'm making sure, because I know Ryan Giggs is a good player, so I'm going to stick really close to him. He's going to have to work really hard to find some space from me, I'll tell you. Right. Oh, you see what he did there? Hey? A little dummy, so I was certain he was coming here, and I lost my balance, and suddenly he's gone in 6 yards of space. That's what we're after finding. We'll not do it this time. Oh. Good. That time he didn't go to the side, did he? He went forward. And of course I can't tell what he's thinking, can I? This time I'm definitely moving close. Right. There you go. Good stuff.
In July, Ryan flew to the United States for the World Cup final in Los Angeles. After the formalities, the pilot invited him into the cockpit and even let him take the controls.
I flew for about 2 hours. The pilot let me fly the he let me in the cockpit for about 10 minutes, so that was interesting.
It was Ryan's first time in America. There were press conferences, lunches and dinners, but an old hand was close by to help out. Ryan's not such a familiar face in America.
No, I didn't get recognised once, well, hardly ever, so it was really good.
Yes, Giggs! Yes, Giggs! Yes, Giggs! 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 Oh my
Giggs! Hey, come on, calm down, guys. That's Ryan Giggs. You don't tell me to calm down. Giggs, yeah. How did you get so good? Huh?
But what we're going to do now is a little thing that's called, it can be called a wall pass, a 1-2, a give and go. But what we're going to do is we're going to get past the defender by actually using a pass and using a partner.
So first of all, you've got to tap, bring the defender towards you.
That's impossible for me to stop. I cannot stop that if it's done correctly. The only way I can stop it is that if Ryan is too slow with his pass or too quick with his pass. But if he times it correctly, and if Atsu just uses himself as a wall and just helps it on its way, I'm so far on my heels, it's very difficult for me to work against it.
So you draw the defender in.
Oh, okay, good. Couldn't stop it.
Passes, score goals. 11, 12, 13, 14,
Well done,
nicely
brilliant.
done. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, good, well done, well moved. Good, come on, no, come on, 32, 33, come on, no, come on, work. Well done.
Go. Joining me en route to his seat in the stadium is the most exciting young talent to emerge in Britain between the last two World Cups, Ryan Giggs. Ryan, you've been mobbed if you were in England. I mean, you're a complete unknown here. It must be a strange feeling.
Yeah, it is. I've just been stood on the I did some commentary on the World Cup final. It was quite good fun, actually. There was so many good games, really. All the Brazilian games I enjoyed watching because they were so good attacking-wise, so good going forward. You know, you can learn different things from people who play in the oppositions. So I tend to watch a lot, especially people who are, you know, forwards or wingers. I think Romario, you know, his skill is unbelievable, his close control. And also Baggio, who I'm a great fan of. We watch him whenever they get the games on Sundays. We watch them on television. So, you know, you try and pick up skills from players like that.
How you doing? I could arrange a transfer, you know, the suit as well. Goes with him. Yeah. Look at that. Ryan, we're all out there. Look at this. Come on.
You just can't get away from the football, though. A bit of match practice and keep those skills ticking over, even on the beach. All on film for a wet Wednesday in Manchester. Ryan wants to make sure he's playing at the next World Cup finals in France in 1998. So, he won't want to be on holiday then.
Well, this is another exercise where the accuracy and the weight of the pass is important, and also the movement off the ball. So first of all, I'm going to play up to Elvar. Elvar's going to make the space by bringing the defender out, and then Jonathan's put me through so I can finish into the corner. So the movement's good and the weight of the pass, it needs to be good. So if we go through it again, but a lot quicker.
Cut in now. That's it. That's a good finish, son.
But Ryan's going to go through all the different ways now that you can knock the ball in. In swingers, out swingers. Okay, let's go. You see, now that was quite a good feed, a little short one. Because it was a good feed, he didn't feel that he needed to stop the ball, so he immediately, with his right foot, just knocked the ball in. And of course, because it was very quick, I just picked it up, slotted it in the back of the net. Really good one. Now he's touched this one. Oh. I shouldn't have done that.
goal.
Now that one is an in-swinger, so that swings into the keeper. So the keeper doesn't know whether to come for it or whether to stay. So you're always keeping him guessing by varying your crossing.
Ryan was the name on everyone's lips when he first started in the first team, but his manager, Alex Ferguson, kept him under wraps. A Barclays Young Player of the Year trophy shows it worked.
The manager's got a policy whereas, you know, he keeps the young players away from the press and lets them get on with the football, which has, you know, only helped me because, you know, you got enough hassle on the pitch as well as coming off after a game and then worrying about interviews. So the manager's been brilliant in that department.
Today, Ryan is one of Britain's most photographed faces. Everyone wants a piece of the action.
Mum, you know, says to me, don't go mad spending your money, and that's what I did first of all when I first became a professional. You know, but you know, I didn't have anything in the bank. Every time I got paid on a Thursday, I'd go out to the shops on the Saturday or the Friday and spend all my money on clothes. You know, the money thing isn't. You know, I don't go spending my money here, there, and everywhere. You know, if I see something that I like, then I'll buy it, but I won't go out every day spending my money and, you know, being stupid. But obviously, you know, I can drive a nice car, I've got a nice house now, and, you know, I'm able to buy nice clothes. You know, we get loads of offers to do things. We open shops and, you know, open supermarkets and things like that, but, I mean, you've got to be sensible about it. At the end of the day, you know, I'm a football player, and that is my priority.
You're allowed to shout as well, aren't you, Ryan?
Yeah, you're allowed to shout, so you just heard that. Near post! So that was perfect. You know, you can either hit it to the near post or just get a flick on it and it'll go to the far post.
Great cross that was.
That's a brilliant ball.
Absolutely brilliant pass.
I've checked to go towards the front post. The defender's maybe gone with me. I've come back, and the defender's left stranded there. And Jake's hit a brilliant ball in between the 6-yard box and the penalty box. So the keeper can't come for it because it's too far out, and it's hit with so much pace that he's got no chance. No. So all you need then as centre forward is just to get a touch. He's running down the line. He's gone to fake to cross, so I've pulled out, bent my run, and then headed the ball in.
One thing that really frightens a lot of people is the thought that they're playing football and they might have to head the ball. Generally speaking, if you don't do it correctly, it will hurt you. But if you do it correctly and you think of the basics for heading a ball, then there's no reason really why you should be afraid at all. I wasn't very good, I must be honest, in the air, but after a period of time, the penny dropped and I realised that if I did it correctly, it wouldn't hurt me. Now, if I was to throw this ball to Ryan, how would you explain doing it the correct way so that it doesn't hurt you, Ryan? What would you have to do?
Well, it all depends on what position in the field you are, really. I mean, if a cross comes over in your defender, then really you don't want to be heading it down to the feet of the opposition to come in and have a shot. So you want to be heading it up in the air, away from the box, away from the penalty box, and getting it clear of goal. But if you're a centre forward, and as you've seen earlier on before, if the cross is good enough, then really you want to be heading it down towards goal. if a keeper stood there, then it's much easier to go like that than it is to go down to his feet. So you're taught to head it down, and really you've got to hit the meat of the ball. But the most important thing to do really is hit it on your forehead, where you get the most power from. I mean, if you hit it on the top of your head or the side of your head or your nose, then it's going to hurt. And
that probably means that you've closed your eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
when that happens, is that right?
Yeah, you've got to hit it in your forehead and watch the ball all the way. So if the ball's coming over and you close your eyes, it could hit you in your nose, and on a cold winter's day, that's what you don't want.
Look what happened to me through not doing it properly all those years, eh? If I just throw this ball to Ryan now, you watch. He won't close his eyes, and he'll hit it right on his forehead, and he'll be able to pop it back to me without any difficulty whatsoever, eh? And you can do it all day, but his eyes are open. Do you notice that? Now, Ryan is doing actually an attacking header there. You know what I mean by an attacking header? If you were a forward, you'd be trying to head the ball down, so he's making sure that he gets over the top of the ball to head it down. Now, if you were a defender, obviously, if I throw some balls for Ryan that are defensive headers, he would then be bothered only about clearing it and not being too fussy about whether it was accurate or not, and he would just get the ball out of trouble. So that's a defensive header, underneath the ball, whereas the attacking header, over the top. Right. Very good. OK, don't be afraid to move your feet. Excellent. What's wrong with that, eh? What's wrong with that? Perfect. Now, who was it that told me that they were absolutely hopeless at heading a ball? Come on, Ryan, you throw one and just give her this bit of confidence. It's all confidence, this. Don't be afraid of it, it won't hurt you. Remember what I said? Your forehead there, eyes open, and don't be afraid, and you don't head it with your neck, your whole body. You can do it. Just pop it back into Ryan's hands. No. She was right, wasn't she? And she said she was absolutely hopeless. Hey, if we can solve this problem, we can solve it forever.
Remember to keep your eye on the ball.
Remember, keep your eye on the ball and just hit through the centre of the ball and just pop it back to Ryan. OK, there you go. You can do it. Eyes open. Now, what's wrong with that? Hey, and again, and again. No, not the top of your head, not the top of your head, there. Don't be afraid, it won't hurt you.
If you want, you can just move your neck, OK? So you're just letting the ball hit you and it's going to hurt.
Yes.
If it's a hard ball, then it's going to hurt if you just let the ball hit you. So you attack the ball, so you can just move your neck.
Whew.
That's very good.
That's
very good.
Look at that.
Easy, isn't it?
Come on, come on. Now that deserves a ripple if ever I've seen one, eh? Absolutely brilliant.
You know, a lot of the players get a lot of fan mail. I think I get about 2,000 letters a week or something. So my grandfather looks after all that. He answers all the mail and sends them signed autographs. But it's quite, you know, you get quite embarrassed about how many you get, but it's very good. It's really good. The kids outside the training ground, you know, they give you such pleasure, you know. They're so intelligent and they know so much about Manchester United and about me. And some of the things they ask you to sign, you know, they've got bandaged up broken arms and they sign your plaster, and you know, it's really nice. It touches you sometimes. Seeing the kids, you know, they're only about 3 or 4 or 5. Or even this morning, there was a little baby. She's only a few months old. Well, I mean, he was only a few months old, and they named it after me. So you know, things like that. It's really nice.
What do you want to know?
Oh, it's lovely.
Okay, what do you reckon?
He's a really good player.
This could be on television, this, so you've got to speak to him.
I think he's brilliant at football, but I think he's got brilliant looks as well.
Hey?
He's really quick as well.
Who's the best player on the team?
We've been waiting for 2 hours to see him now, so we better hurry up and come, because I've got to go home.
Who's in the back of your shirts?
Soccer isn't everything in my life, but obviously it's the main part of my life, and it's also my job, so You know, and also I'm in the public eye. You know, I can't go out anymore and do things that I used to be able to do. I've got to be very careful where I go out and, you know, what I do when I go out. I mean, when I'm with my friends, I'm myself. But sometimes, you know, if you're out in a club or you're out in a pub and you just have a laugh and joke and you're laughing your head off, you just get some people, you know, you notice in the corner of your eye, people looking at you thinking, you know, what's he laughing at? He's got no right to enjoy himself. And you think, well, you know, I'm just like any other person, except I'm a football player. So now and again, you know, it gets frustrating. But I mean, I wouldn't change anything in the world. It's what I wanted to be, and you know, I would never change it. Never.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Well done, well done, well done. I'll do my 30 press-ups, right? 10, 20, 30. 30! I count in tens. I count in tens.
This might be a really dangerous situation, and you've got to use all the power and the height that you've got to get the ball away. So you don't wait for it to come, because some forward might come in and bang, it's in the back of the net. So you're aggressive. Hey, there you go. Hey, this means business. Right, that's you. Good man. Hey. Get out there. Hey, this is important. And if we can practice well, we'll play well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Get over there, hey? Now, right, come on, in you go. In you go. That's it. The big lads can be a little bit more aggressive, right? Remember, you're going to be playing with men who will be knocking you about, so you've got to be tough. Good stuff. That's much better. That's much better.
That was a good cross by Bobby, and what I tried to do was hit it. The keeper's automatically coming over to this way because that's the way the ball's coming. So I've tried to direct it back into the other corner. And that was what we were talking about before. Try and get the ball down to the keeper's feet so it's a lot harder for him to save. Do you want to try a few in-swingers, Bobby?
In-swinger?
Yeah. Now, an in-swinger is sometimes a lot different because instead of hitting it back towards the goal, you can use the spin on the ball to just touch the ball and it'll go just into the corner of the net.
Good header.
That's a good header.
Excellent.
That's very good.
We'll finish off on a good note. We want to finish off with a ball in the bottom corner, this bottom corner of the net. So let's power it in. Finish on a good note, always. Let's go. Beautiful header, that's the way I love to see it. Perfect, man.
That's well done, man. Well done, Jay.
Has got 3 forward on the break here, United, and they're galloping into spaces again. And it's crossed towards Kanchelskis. They've done it. Beautiful cross, wasn't it, from Giggs?
Well, Ryan, now we're coming to the most exciting part of the game. Shooting. The greatest sound in the world, I think, is the sound of the ball hitting the back of the net. Unless you're a goalkeeper, that is. Hey? But as a forward, to see the ball hit the back of the net and it bulges and the crowd go, yes. Hey, it's the most exciting part of the game. You've got to take a chance. If you don't shoot, you definitely won't score. So never be afraid to shoot and never be afraid to miss.
Just watch how I follow through after I've shot. Remembering to keep the ball low and keep your body over the ball. I'll show you what happens if you keep your head up or you lean back. It goes out the stadium like that. And also, once you've shot, don't just watch it and admire it. You follow in, because it might come off the post or the keeper might make a save and you can get the rebound.
They're the straightforward ones. Any others?
I'll just show you some side foot.
Right.
If you drive them to my feet, Bobby, I'll just take a touch.
Okay.
To get it out to your feet and try and side foot it into the net. So remembering the same things, you keep your head over the ball and keep your eye on the ball. And it's also important this, if a defender's close to you and you need to pull it away and you haven't got time to hit it first time. So you get it out to your feet and try and get it in the corner of the net. So it's a good touch. Into the corner of the net.
Ace. Nice one. Nice one.
So do any of you want to try it, have a go? Lance, if you want to have a go. Now remember what I said. Now you're right-footed, aren't you? So if you come out here.
Here you go.
That's good.
Good stuff.
Very good.
Good hit.
Well, let's see if you can score this time, huh? See if you can really drive it.
Again.
See, that's the importance, as we said before, following through.
Right.
So Lance get a second go and managed to pass it back to the keeper. That's a good finish.
Beautiful strike.
Shall we have another volunteer? Well done, Lance.
One of the girls?
Lisa. So this time, if you just stop it and side foot it, okay? Remember what I was doing before? I'll just show you. If I just show you, Bob.
You ready?
So remember, bring it away and then side foot, okay? But go meet the ball. Get out at your feet. That's good. That's okay. But remember to get it out of your feet so you're running into it.
Try to push the ball away.
When Bobby hits it, meet the ball. That's it, go towards it. Good touch.
Get in.
Good shot.
Good shot. Well struck. Let's finish with a goal, come on. Must always finish on a good note if we can. You don't need to stop this one, you don't need to stop it. Get in there, beautiful. That's what I love to see.
Coach journeys and nights away from home are all part and parcel of being a professional footballer today.
There's some games where you can just travel the day of the game, the local sides like Oldham. But then there's the London games and the games that we play down south, where you go the night before. Peter Schmeichel rooms with Eric, Andre rooms with Brian McClare, so it's a good conversation there in that room. Dennis with Roy Keane because of the island connection. So it's either friends or internationals, really. Yeah, it's a really good laugh, you know, when we go away on away trips, everyone's playing jokes on each other. You know, I've got my roommate, Paul Ince, and we're usually the practical jokers, take the mick out of everyone. I think there was one time when we were away game in London, and all the players, I think one of the players was on a question of sport, so all the players were in the room except me. And I just stuck a fire extinguisher under the door and just soaked everyone who was in the room. So just things like that, really. Just general banter. At Manchester United is a really good team spirit. I mean, everyone really gets on. Everyone, you know, can chat about anything. And you've got a mixture of a lot of older players and a lot of younger players, and they just get on as if, you know, no matter the age. So, and it's the same with Wales as well. When I go away with Wales, there's no no superstars or no, you know, players who are above someone. They're just all just normal people.
The gig's speciality. Head-to-head with the keeper, one touch and a goal.
When you come one-on-one with a keeper, the keeper just tries to stay his ground as much as he can, tries to make the goals as small as he can. So what you've got to do is keep moving the ball, and if he comes rushing out to you, then if you've got enough speed to go past him, then try go past him. But if not, then try and draw him out, and then try and get as close as you can, and try and make him make the first move. Like, you could either try a dummy, pretend to shoot, keeper goes down and you just chip it over him. Or, you know, you just try and knock it either side of his feet, so it's hard for him to get down. But what you shouldn't do is come straight up 1-1 with a keeper and try and chip it up so the keeper can just catch it there or dive there. So if you're gonna shoot, then try and keep it either side of the goalkeeper's feet, because it's very difficult for him to get down. Now what I've done there is faked to shoot. The keeper's sort of stuttered and thought that I was going to shoot, so then he's gone that way, so I put the ball that way. And what the keeper did well there was stay his feet. I tried to dummy him and he didn't fall for it. So he's kept well on his feet. So it's made my job difficult of getting past him because he's still on his feet.
Oh, never mind, Fergal. It happens to the best of them. A clean pair of heels round the keeper, and it's there.
Right, so I've broke through to the defence. The times that you might chip it is another defender might be coming across there, or you think that you won't be able to make it into the penalty box, so you just try and chip the keeper and just put it over his head. But the thing what not to do is try and chip it when you're running at full speed, because it's very hard. Supposed to miss then. It's very hard to chip when you're running at high speed. So what you've got to try and do is, maybe if you're running at high speed, maybe hit it to the left of you, and then just try and chip it over the keeper.
Well, with this session, we're just going to do something a little bit more difficult. Still shots at goal, but this time, instead of the ball being on the floor, we're probably going to do some volleys and half volleys. Generally speaking, in this particular area, the 18-yard area, you don't get a lot of space and a lot of time, so you have to just take these half chances. So if you can really work hard on volleying and half volleying, it does save you a lot of time. And when you do get the chances, you know, you're able to take them.
How do they do that?
And here we go. The classic volley into the top corner of the net. Well, the top corner of the stand. Here we go. Thunderous. There are the balls. You notice how he gets right over the top of them? Keeps the ball down. Beautiful.
And basically, on all them volleys that I've just tried to put into the goal, I've tried to. It's the same with heading. You've just got to try and get over the ball and get your body over the ball, so it doesn't fly all over the place, all over the crossbar. Yeah. So you've got to keep your eye on the ball, in with you in step, and just get over the ball, so the ball stays fairly low. So if you just watch.
You notice how he uses his arms for balance, Ryan? To keep it down. And you use this like a little spring, don't you, hey? Just adjust your weight and your height so that you can get the balance and get over the top of it. If you try to hit the ball too hard, it's really difficult. You usually find if you try to knock the skin off the ball that you actually will pull it and you'll miss. So you have to really work on your timing, concentrate on the technique over the ball, and you follow through. I'll just have a couple and I'll show you the wrong way to do it and also the right way, hopefully. Can you just knock a couple to me?
Yeah.
Right down there. But watch, if I used to practice this just against the wall on my own, back and forward, and then I used to hit it a bit harder until I thought, well, one day the ball's just going to come to me. It might be the only chance I get in a match, so I've got to be prepared to just, right? So if Ryan chipped it into me, if I try to hit it too hard, right over the top, concentrate on just the general direction of the goals. I'm not looking for any particular part. There we go. But I'm shouting, here I am, Ryan, I'm coming to the edge of the box. He's got to the dead ball line, he's pulled it back. And it's a goal, yes!
Eating well is vital for footballers. They've got to give that engine enough of the right fuel.
I eat a lot of McDonald's and Kentucky's and chip shop and Chinese, but but it doesn't really matter, really. It doesn't really seem to bother me. I mean, 2 days before a game or 3 days before a game, I eat a lot of pasta, a lot of chicken, potatoes, a lot of carbohydrates. But I mean, on a Saturday night after I've played the game, I just go to McDonald's and just pig out, or Kentucky or something.
After a hard morning's work on the training ground, it's important to replenish all that lost energy.
Well, we have our own canteen at the cliff, the training ground. So usually all that's healthy stuff. We've got a dietitian at United, so he usually looks at the food that we're having. Usually pasta, chicken, beans, usually fat-free stuff. Well, a few years ago we had cooking lessons at Man United. The manager made all the young lads have cooking lessons, and about 16 of them turned up, and the next week I think 2 turned up, so that didn't go down too well. You gotta get that in. You gotta get that in. That's where I usually go for my dinner. All I'm saying is I've got every takeout number in the area. No, I usually have. The food part's really good, you know, because you usually can buy things that you can just take 10 minutes in the microwave and you can eat it. But we have good meals at the cliff, at the training ground. And then, you know, I either go around to my mum's, which is only a mile away. I wasn't too stupid, I didn't move too far away. So it's from walking distance.
Half volleys, yeah. There we go. And again. Yeah. Quite difficult. Sorry, Ryan.
That's what happens.
Good half volley. But didn't get over it. Didn't get over it. That's 2.
So even with half volleys, it's more important to get over the ball, because as you see there, it'll fly all over the place.
Nice strike. Well, there's nothing like it. Hey, when the crowd see the ball bending round, top corner, over the top, and the goalkeeper's always stood at the wrong side when it goes in the other. Isn't it great, that? Hey, I love watching it. So we're going to go through a few, because this is really, really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got a wall planned so that we pop the wall there, and Ryan's going to show us how you can bend it over the top, dip it over the top, round the side, and we've got some penalty kicks, and we've got some corner kicks to show you. Great, eh? Let's go.
You decide on which way you hit it is where the goalkeeper's standing, really. I mean, if he's to one side of the post, then you try and hit it in the other direction. Or maybe he'll try and cover that direction so you wrong foot him and hit it in the other post.
Right.
Now, the keeper's positioned right behind the wall here, so he's given me an option of hitting it in the far corner or the near corner. So, remembering what we said before about bending the ball, the main object, the first thing I've got to do is get it over the wall, and the next thing is get it on target. So in doing that, you've got to, on what we said before, keep your eye on the ball and try and bend it over the wall. Now I managed to bend it over the wall there, but I didn't quite get it on target. So remembering keeping your eye on the ball.
Ah, come on, come on. Oh. Fergal, come on.
I wish I'd never said I'd do this.
Right, now put the ball down for a minute, Ryan, mate, and tell us about your life off the pitch.
I like clothes, you know, no more than my friends like clothes. It's just that, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm able to go out and buy a nice suit, whereas some of my friends won't be able to do that. They have to save up for it, whereas I can just buy it. But I mean, I don't go mad on clothes. I don't go out every single minute of the day and buy clothes and things, and buy suits. But you know, every now and again, I'll just go out, and if I see something nice, then I'll buy it. I watch anything really. I don't. I haven't got one particular program that I like watching. I watch most of the Australian Neighbours and Home and Away and all them. There's a few of the players. Gary Pallister goes to the pitches a lot. Lee Sharp does. So, you know, if one of us have been to watch a film and it's really good, then we'll recommend it. I like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. They're my two favourite. My favourite movies are Goodfellas, and I like The Godfather as well. So I like them kind of movies, yeah. No, I think there's only one time where I wish I was just one of the lads. Is 2 years ago when I went on a holiday, and there was about 10 of us went away, and every night I was just getting hassle, just getting people asking me autographs and pictures, and just getting hassle every minute, you know, every minute of the day. And I was just relaxing on the beach and people would come up to you and wanted to talk to you. So that was the only time really, but then, you know, as soon as I get back to England and I'm playing football again, you know, you realise how lucky you are. But that's the only time really, you know, my friends are just messing about and they can do whatever they want. They can act how stupid they want and no one will bat an eyelid. You know, they can do an handstand down the street and no one would notice them. Now, when you get a free kick from this sort of range, everybody thinks you're going to shoot, especially if you've got players in the team who are capable of shooting. So now and again, you've got to use your brain a bit and use a bit of invention. So maybe you should mix it up a little bit, maybe a few 1-2s or a pass, and we'll just show you one of the options which you could use here.
There's lots of options, eh? Yeah. Aren't there? Lots, you know, you can pass it to one of your pals there, you can chip it to the far post, but we've just got one little one that we'll show you. That's very familiar to people that watch the World Cup. Okay? Now, everyone thinks that Ryan is going to shoot here. He's got his left foot, he's going to bend it, But maybe he's not that confident, so we're prepared to try something else. So I come on a decoy run. I'm going to shoot into this side. Yeah, all right. Goal. When it's done correctly, it's very difficult to stop that one. Very difficult. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't hit him, whatever happens. Hey? Whose idea was that?
Shall I shoot?
Good fun. If you have to hit him, Ryan, make sure you don't hit him in the... Ready? Let's go! Come on, Jake! Get in there! Come on, pal! Woo-hoo! No danger.
Well done, Jake.
Lads, finish it! Finish it! Get in there! Nice one, pal.
Well done.
Now, young people sometimes can't reach the goal from a corner kick like this, so we have to get them a little closer. I'm just going to give them one idea of what they can possibly try, and maybe they'll create havoc in the defence, whereas, generally speaking, there's no problem if they can't reach. I'm just laying a little one into Ryan. Off I go. Ryan lays it in there. Back it comes. Finish it off! Get in there. Now then, isn't it great when you have a little bit of success? Great stuff. There you go, Ryan. Beautiful. I'm looking up. Who wants it? Finish it off! Oh! What a chance. What a chance. Well worked, though.
When I'm usually taking a corner, I'll have a look up, see where the players are positioned. And in corners, you usually look for the taller players. So maybe we'll have someone tall at the front post, maybe we'll have them in the middle of the goal, maybe we'll have them on the edge of the 6-yard box. So there's a few different ways. I could try and curl it and bend it into the near post so the keeper doesn't know whether to come for it or not. Or I could try and hit it hard, drive it into where John is on the edge of the 6-yard box. So I'm just going to show you a few different ways of what I could do.
OK, I'm ready. I'm on my toes. This could be it. Last minute of the FA Cup final. Ryan Giggs crosses one. And Bobby Charlton... Oh.
Well, I don't think Bobby's looking forward to heading the ball, so I'll try and hit a hard, high one in, so he has to head it, OK?
Minute of the World Cup final. Ryan Giggs takes the cross. Bobby Charlton comes in, but it looks... Oh, and a great opportunity.
I think he ducked out the way of that one, actually.
Nice play.
Definitely ducked.
That was tough, that, because it was a hard ball coming at you. Very difficult for you to control. Again. And it's a goal. Bobby Charlton. This is what it's all about. This is why we do it. For the glory.
Some players just trying to bend it directly into the goal. They might see the goalkeeper out of position, or the goalkeeper might slip, so hopefully I'm going to just try and bend it straight into the goal here.
And the post. Oh, it's the far post, and it's a goal! Who needs players outside? Who needs them? Here it comes again. And another one at the near post, and it's another goal! This is unbelievable! Fergal Larkin remains the worst goalkeeper in the history of the world. A lot of plans that were laid prior to the World Cup, you know, were destroyed simply because one player missed a penalty kick or the goalkeeper made a traumatic save. So penalty kicks are really, really important. Positive, positive. Well struck, wasn't it, that? Well struck, right through the ball. Unless that hits the goalkeeper, he's never going to save them. Impossible to save. Too impossible to save. He actually judged that to perfection. Do you notice? Hit the inside of the post. And this is Wales against England in the final of the World Cup, the last minute in the Rio de Janeiro stadium. But Ryan's not nervous as he takes the penalty kick. Oh, and England have won the World Cup. Yes, I told you.
How do they do that?
Ryan's lucky enough to have his car clean from at the cliff. Lucky chap. But what about around the house? Is he tidy?
I've done the vacuum once, that was about it. And I couldn't change the bin, so I didn't try it again. So my mum did it. But no, I've got a dishwasher, so I just stick everything in there. My grandma does my washing and my ironing, so that's quite handy. And I've got someone who does my garden as well. But the main thing's that, like, the kitchen, cleaning up the kitchen, I hate doing that, but you have to do it, I suppose. I just try and not make any mess. I try and buy things from Marks and Spencer so I don't have to use plates. I just stick them in the microwave and just eat them. I've got loads of CDs. There's not one particular kind of music that I follow. I listen to anything. You know, I like soul, I like hip-hop, you know, I like anything, really. No, I tend to be more reserved when it comes to dancing. I just sit at a table or just have a chat with my friends. I don't do much dancing, really. Unless we won the league and cup double, I did a bit of that dancing last year. I don't really let things get to me. I mean, I'm not a moody person. If I do, it's just a mixture of everything, and then all of a sudden I'll just lose my temper or something. But I don't lose my temper every minute of the day or every day. You know, I very rarely lose my temper. But I mean, things that get me down really is just people who just invade privacy. I mean, it's fair enough if I'm at the training ground and they ask for my autograph, then that's fair enough. But if I'm in my own house and they're knocking on the door, or I'm out with some friends, you know, it does get a bit irritating. You just got to keep things in perspective and take every day as it comes. Because if you start looking into the future and thinking, oh, what's going to be happening next year, then that's when things start going wrong, I think. I mean, because 5 years ago, if I'd have thought, you know, playing for Manchester United, 2 league medals and an FA Cup medal, you know, if I'd have said that to someone, they'd have said, yeah, OK. So, you know, who knows what's happening in the next 4 or 5 years.
Now, if I hit this hard enough, he should never be able to save it. Right.
And see how Bobby's hitting through the ball, remembering what we said before when we were driving the ball.
Making sure that I kept it down.
Through the centre of the ball.
Making sure that I keep it down. And even if the goalie gets his little hand to it, he can't stop them. They're too hard. If I decide to take it on the other side, I just have to adjust my run-up slightly, but the same thing applies. I can always pull it into that corner, so the goalkeeper really, in this situation, doesn't know where it's going. Good save. Right.
Now, that's maybe the advantage with hitting the ball so hard. It's come back, and maybe one of your teammates can put it in.
Unbelievable. This is for the United States, victory in the World Cup. Can she do it? All the Cowboys are watching in Dallas. Good strike. Very good strike. You just got underneath it, didn't you? Good effort.
That's unlucky.
Okay. Okay.
That was a good save.
Your run-up wasn't very long, so you're restricting your power because you only ran this distance. Hey? If I was you, a big boy like you, I would just try to run a little bit further. And you do the same shot, and the power comes from there, there. Generate it and give the goalkeeper no chance. Go. Phew, what a difference, eh?
Brilliant.
What a difference, eh? Instead of coming up with a little half-hearted. That was a real man's one, that. Brilliant. Get in there! Oh, it was over the line. Did it go over the line? The linesman, the Russian linesman, puts his flag up. Yes, it's a goal. Yes! Oh, and a brilliant save. It took a brilliant save. Good in.
Oh, good one.
Beautiful. And is he going to celebrate? Oh, for goodness sake, the crowd go wild. That's what they love.
You know, I try to, you know, say to kids, you know, just practice, really. You know, that's how I got it's a mixture of, you know, talent, hard work, practice. You know, you've got to have all them things. Well, you've not got to have all them things, but mostly practice. Because it's no good having, you know, lots of talent and, you know, you don't work hard enough.
13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
But sometimes in football, there's a chance to get your own back.
On the count of 3. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's it. Full time. We hope you've enjoyed the video and that you've had fun learning from Ryan and Bobby. Keep working and practicing those skills, and one day it could be you. Well, maybe anyway. Ta-ra.